Good morning, everyone. Afternoon and night around the world. This is your host, Sus, and I have as well my host Nono. Today we have a special guest, the one and only Joe, a co-founder of Shardog, as well co-host of Ready Layer
Layer one.
One, right? Yes.
Yes.
So, good morning to you. I know it's pretty early there. In this one, I talked already with Joe, guys, if you don't know, in the Boneyard podcast, but here I can be a bit noisy because it's afternoon for me, so I can release all my energy in the podcast. So I'm a bit more active. So a very exciting episode. We're gonna talk about a lot of things, guys. We're gonna talk about Nearboss. We're gonna talk about nomination, tech, everything we want to talk about. Before I dive with you, Joe, just a quick reminder for everyone right here. Nico Morning Show is now available on Spotify. The Spotify version is uh, too long don't read thing. So we
TLDR.
clip our we clip our show into like short type of content, not as short as TikTok, but we focus on the important things. So we talk about Nearbus. You will find the whole script about Nearbus there. You can listen to it if you want, and you can view it as well on Spotify. This is the first step. I know Ready Layer One is in like all podcasts and platforms. So Joe, good morning to you, and happy to have you. How
Good
you
morning.
doing?
I'm good. It's early for me. I'm a little bit under the weather, so my voice is a little crackly, but I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
happy to
Thanks
have
for
you. Good
jumping on.
morning, Nono.
Morning, Sus. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. It feels good to be able to talk, really, because Bonnier postcard is like 1 a.m. at my place, so I will be like
Mm,
sitting, and when I'm talking, I will be like, yeah, but but here I'm like really loud, and all my energy is out, so it's good. It's
nice.
good.
That's good. Yeah. So, guys, if you guys don't know Joe, like we said, is part of or co-founder of Shardog and Ready Layer One. Those are both big sites of activity for Near, whether it's onboarding people seamlessly with Shardog or with their own podcast, Ready Layer One. Always trying to draw more attention to the Near ecosystem. And Joe and Jared are some really interesting guys to keep their Twitter notifications on. It's fun tracking what they say. It's pretty good stuff on Twitter. So definitely worth your time. Definitely definitely look into it. Sorry guys, and yeah, welcome Joe. Um, Seuss, what do you want to dive into first?
Yeah, well, I want to get introduction for people who don't know Joe on our show. So maybe Joe can give us a little introduction, and I have to fix the TikTok side.
Cool.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, so as you guys said, yeah, so I'm a co-founder of Shardog. Also, that what that means is I'm the lead developer. I'm a software developer by trade. Been building products for almost 20 years now in different aspects, mostly in Web 2 for most of that time, then started Web 3 a couple years back. Jared and I are longtime friends, and so we've been friends way before we started these endeavors together. But really fell in love with the Near ecosystem a few years back, and kind of just started with the podcast and kind of grew from there. And but while we're really focused on Near, we're just well versed in crypto. Period. So
Mhm.
we certainly have a lot of opinions about what's happening in Web 3 as we go.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the biggest things that's been happening lately is obviously the near NDC elections. How do you feel
Mhm.
like that's been going so far, Joe?
Yeah. So I'll first say I am running for the Council of Advisors. And look, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. So if you
Oh,
do follow me, you may know that. So a few weeks back, I wrote a post that went viral on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, about the problems I had with the focus on governance inside of Near. And really, as a builder and as someone who's trying to get the ecosystem forward through users and through product, I felt like the NDC was taking out a lot of oxygen out of the room. And while I still feel that way, I did kind of want to make sure that my voice was still part of this whole process. So I put my name in the hat for Council of Advisors. I am absolutely trying to win that spot, but for me, it's not necessarily just about winning. It's about making sure that the proper dialogue is there the whole time.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I've been trying to do as I've gone on to different things is really talk about what that role is supposed to be. And
Hmm.
that's one of my frustrations that's still happening is that I I'm not convinced that even though I think there's a lot better candidates that are now in the race that were than versus early on. The guy jumped in, and I felt like there was a missing amount of candidates to fill all the spots. And then a lot
Mm.
of
Really?
people jumped in, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, I think early on, like before I think the last like week or so, last 10 days before the nominations closed, like
yeah.
you had some really high quality people that were running, but like you had, I mean, it's what 15 spots for merit,
Seven,
7
seven.
for advisors, and 7 for
Yeah.
transparency. It's a lot of
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
so to fill all those spots to me was I didn't love all the different choices.
Yeah.
I threw my hat in. I think a lot of people felt the same way. You had like a flood of different people come in at the last, I'd say, probably week, last 3, 4 days before
Right.
nominations closed and gone forward. But one of the things though that I still have a concern about though has been like I don't love a lot of the dialogue that's happening around it. And we can kind of get further into that, but I think
Yeah. I'm excited
it
for
just
that.
it doesn't feel like that, people really understand what this is,
Mm,
and so that's something that still is kind of concerning, so we'll have to see how that
mm,
plays out.
yeah.
I agree.
So,
Actually, sorry, no, to cut you off, but I agree with you. I think the NDC felt more like a rush. We have been talking about this as well yesterday, me, Billy, and Sheldon, that it was rushed, and we are at this moment, at this time, this stage. We should have been at this stage like 2 or 3 months ago.
Mm,
We are like
mm,
late because there was no enough information about the NDC, no enough educated people about what is NDC. People are just going there to vote for what you call it in English, the cult, or for someone like famous backed up with this. OG SBT, yes, sure, people got it, but there was no filtering system to
yeah.
determine if that OG is capable to run for that seat of position. I think there should be some sort of filtering, whether how many transactions you did in the near ecosystem, whether how many dApps you interacted with the near ecosystem. As Sheldon said that yesterday, someone, an OG who interacted with three dApps in the near protocol, do you really think he's gonna do something? Do you really think he know the ecosystem? I
Right.
don't think so. I think it was really rushed, and people wanted it to work no matter what. Put everything in the line for it. So,
Mm,
yeah,
um, yeah, I have a very hot take, and I usually get criticized because of my hot take into this and asking me to look at the bright side. But at the end, guys, if we don't talk about the problems and the issues of the NDC election right now, how
yeah.
we're gonna improve in V2, how
In the
we're gonna
future.
know what we will do later on. So this thing is very important for people to understand and know. And the community is not that educated. I mean, like the whole structure things, I feel like now the people start understanding what NDC is, and this stage supposed to be like 4 months ago, like way back
yeah.
ago, not now.
Mm,
No, I think that's a great point, and I don't think it's just being like negative, right? So
Mm,
one of the things that and I love that you're saying this and that you're hearing this from like people like Sheldon, who I respect immensely, you know, is that there is clearly an issue where I don't think people understand what the role and responsibility of these positions is supposed to be. And so what's happening is you have two parts. You have one where you have people who maybe shouldn't be running are running, and whatever. I'll take the side of like, look, it's a democratically held election. You can vote if they win. so be it. Like I get how that goes. Listen, I live in
Yeah.
America. I know what happened a few years back with some of our own elections. Listen, I get it. But
Mhm.
what I will say though is that when you hear how people talk who are running, the concern that I have a lot is that like there are people like are treating it like it's a regular political position where it's like, well, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna bring that. And
Yeah.
if you want to see this, well, I'm the person to vote for. It's like, listen, you're not doing any of those things. I don't care who you are. It's not happening. That's not what this first 6 months is going to be. Like, I think you're delusional if you think you're going to come in and say, like, I'm going to go, I'm gonna help bring all those people over near. No, you're not. Like, you're not. Like, if you think you're
Mm.
gonna change policy in near, or you think you know the community so well, that's
Mhm.
awesome.
Well,
Congratulations. You're not changing anything in 6 months. What is going to happen, well, hopefully happens in the first 6 months, is a baseline and a guidelines start to get set of like what the expectation of
mm,
governance should be, and
right.
hopefully you are the uh the leaders, right? Like, you are the pathfinders of how we then get to V2. But if you think you're coming in and you're promising people, oh, if you believe in X, Y, and Z, I'm the person for you. I, no, like
Mm,
that's not happening in 6 months. I'm sorry. I don't care how great of a person you are or how talented you think you may be. Like it's just not. It's not. That's not how it works. You know.
that's right. On that, what do you think about 17% of people having voted so far with 4 days left?
It's not surprising. I mean, I look if I think if we hit 25% before voting closed, I think that's a huge win. That's a huge win. Look,
Okay.
it's so hard to get people engaged in this type of stuff
Hmm,
because it is one, making sure that they're actually engaged in the whole process.
right.
Two, I think this, I think a lot of people can talk about whether you agree or disagree about rules of KYC and human verification and all of that stuff.
Hmm,
Look, that aside, you got this certain amount of people, for them then show up and actually vote. It's a tough battle. I mean, think of real elections, anywhere else on earth, right? In every other country, it's the same issue of voter turnout. Is that like you got to get people to feel inspired enough to go and vote. So
hmm.
I think it's not surprising right now to me.
On that note, again, what do you think of fun little graphs like this? Is this informative or is this harmful? Is this like a good transparency thing? I'm pulling this up. Or is this uh, interesting with the way people are grouped together? And what do you think about this?
I saw this one. I saw this.
What do you think
I
about
saw
this,
this
Joe? I want
one.
your hot take.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so, no, I think this. I mean, this is look. I think some people certainly took it the wrong way. I hopefully people saw it
That's
in
just
good
fun.
fun. I know.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Look. I mean, I get it. If you're grouped in that dark side, and if people don't get the reference, that's mostly people who are from the Ukrainian Aurora side.
Oh, the
Look,
cabal. Wait,
yeah, it's
wait. That's a big dark side, dude.
that is a good, it's a good side, dark side. And that's, I
Wow.
mean, look, it's definitely tongue in cheek, and you know,
Wow.
but I think what the truth of this though is, and this shows, I think, with anything else in like again, election of human behavior, right? It's like there's
Yeah.
gonna be groups, there's gonna be collectives, like there's gonna be
Yeah.
people who kind of bunch together,
Yeah.
and that's just how things work. I mean,
Okay.
so I can see like you can be upset, like if you're in the creatives now and you're like, no one's heard of anyone here. Like, sure, like I get why that you could feel bad about that, but it's one of
Yeah.
those things where hopefully people understood that this was meant as a
Yeah.
joke.
And it's bringing eyes to it. So, and all in all, it's net
Hmm.
positive to an extent. Cool. Just
Yeah.
wanted your take on that. Your
Yeah.
hot take on that. Thanks for
You know,
that.
another thing as well. Speaking of tech, guys, by the way, guys, I know a couple of you already said that they already voted, but if you guys didn't vote, Joe is running for what is it, console of advisor, right? Sorry, we'll
Hmm.
cover you a bit there, Joe. So you can scan this QR code, down below. Go check Joe nomination. Plus, the QR code will be on the chat right now, so you guys can click the link if ever you want. But go check Joe on the, on the NDC nomination page. Give him some love. If you have not voted yet, I myself did not vote yet. I think Nono did not vote. Billy did not vote. There is many of the OG haven't voted yet. And the one thing that we always say, and there is a lot of people don't want to vote anymore because all the data is tracked, so people gonna know who you voted for and you didn't vote for. I think we talked a little bit about this the last time,
Yeah.
but imagine
Yeah,
me,
that
for
doesn't fascinate
example.
me.
No, no, it does make sense. Look, me, for example, I want Joe only. I want Joe to, for example, to be in the Council of Advisor,
Yeah,
okay? And I want Joe only, but at the same time, Council of Advisor, let's say, have Brando, and let's say, for
that
example,
makes
guys,
sense.
that's not my hot take. Have another people I know that I'm very tight with, but deep inside me, I know that Joe is the one who should win. So if I
Mm,
vote for example, if there is between Joe and the number seven, for example, one vote, and
yeah,
both of them are my friend, my vote will determine this. I'm gonna be bashed for it. Like, people will
yeah.
call, they're gonna be mad at me. So a lot of the people don't want to vote anymore because, okay, people are gonna know who I voted for, and I think that's really bad. To be honest, I think
Mm,
it should not be public. I mean, I understand we are decentralized and all of this, but when it's come to voting, I think people deserve the right
some
to
voter
just keep
privacy.
it to themselves, and
Yeah.
not being called out by community. For example, let's say NEKO community, and everyone in NEKO community will call me out. Hey, you voted for Joe, but you did not vote for Brando, and you work in NEKO,
I'd
So
I'd say if anything, that's a good thing. Like I think every company is going to be biased to voting for their own guys. Like especially with the whole setup. I mean the whole checks and balances of the whole system. I think it's great when people look at other candidates because there's going to be a natural inclination to, hey, whatever people we put forward, you vote for them. That's just how it goes. Well, truly, if you care about the ecosystem, you'll put forward your vote for whoever you think is going to do it best. So,
Yeah.
and I have finalized my House of Merit, but that's the only one I've finalized. I actually haven't used my transparency or my Web3 advisor votes yet. So,
can you drop the
Yeah.
names who you're voting for? I mean, we're gonna know
uh,
eventually, so you
yeah,
might say it
I
live
have
in
to
the
double
show.
look. I would have to. I mean, actually did it
Do you
early
keep
this
list? I
morning.
keep list actually. I have put okay, one guy I really want him to be there. It's Odin. I did talk with Odin briefly. I think he's very very passionate. To be honest,
Yeah.
he have great idea, and it's gonna really really piss me off if some of the people in my head did not win, and
Yeah,
then you have someone who you never heard of. He's from
yeah,
Aurora community, for example. No offense, Aurora community, but these guys are big. I have been calling them out for coward. But these guys are big, so someone is from there that no one know about them in the near protocol is leading by vote. Is gonna piss me off, to be honest, because I want these people there, and I've been talking with Nono about it in the past few live, and we mentioned Joe, we mentioned Jared, we mentioned AVB, and you guys, I think, did not yet say that you're gonna nominate himself, and we will say we are surprised. This, like, Jared is not there. These guys have like really hot takes,
yeah,
so it's kind of like leading by the people who from the human guild, by the people from Aurora, by the people who have big follower base, than by the people of the contribution. But all what
yeah,
we want is for this V1. We know it's not gonna be perfect, guys. We are not being negative. We know it's not going to be perfect, but we want to make sure that this step, even with a lot of mistakes, even with a lot of things we are missing, we need to make the most out of it. So in V2, we are prepared, we are
yeah,
ready, for better election. And that's what is important. And if you will tell me, oh, it's too early, it's still 6, 7 months to go, it's not too early. Look at us now.
yeah,
It's not early at all. You have to keep talking about this. community need to be educated. You can hear my take on it. You can hear No, Jared. You can hear Joe take, Billy, whoever you are joining, and then you as a person, you as a part of the community, determine and decide which side you think it's right.
Right.
So it's not early at all talking about
Mm,
it now. Actually, I want more people to talk about it, but either people are scared because their grant may fail, for example, or their people scared because they're gonna be called out in Twitter, or
yeah.
people scared because no, man, we need a better ecosystem, and to do this,
Yeah.
you can't be afraid your grant is not passing. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of talk about the grants. Let's not start in that topic yet, but
Let me jump in on
you
the
can't
voting
be
too.
scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me jump in on the voting on that. If anybody wants to like DM me and ask me who I voted for, I'm down, but I don't want to lead the voters. And so I'm not ashamed of
Mm.
who I voted for. And so I'll definitely, like if anybody asks, I'll tell you, but I'm also not going to give you a list of
There is a
people
link,
because that's
like they
just,
can see the whole thing. There is
oh
a
yeah.
link where
Yeah.
they can see
Go look for
everything.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
they should go look for it. Absolutely.
I will drop them. I will drop them publicly.
Drop it in
I say,
chat.
hey
Drop
guys,
it in
go
chat.
check who no,
Please
go
do.
check
Please
who
do.
no voted for.
I just don't want to be. I don't want to be leading the voters, if that makes sense. Like, there's definitely people I think deserve like unanimous support, but you know, freedom
No,
of
actually, to be
freedom of
honest,
thought.
sorry. Okay, I disagree with you. I think people like us need to lead the votes. I mean,
Yeah.
especially people who's like vocal, controversial,
Mm,
people that have some sort of people behind them, whatever. We have to base our opinion and educate. It's our duty to
mm,
educate our community. I would disagree with you in this part. I mean, I understand your perspective, don't get me
mm,
wrong. Okay, I completely understand it,
yeah.
but I understand what's gonna happen as well. I really understand. But as well, like if you talk about people who's leading the Twitter
Yeah.
tweets and stuff like
Yeah.
this, um maybe you can say this guy deserves some love because maybe people didn't hear of it, but
Yeah.
this guy actually need to be in there. What do you think,
Yeah.
Joe?
So I think you guys are bringing up something. It's like I think it's super fascinating to me about this whole process, right? So
Yeah.
let's say, like, I think if you eliminate the grant and the money piece, I mean, just look
Mm,
at like what we're trying to do, like from a governance and voting standpoint. It's super fascinating. Like, one, I'm not crazy about being able to see your votes on chain, especially at this point. Maybe after the fact, but during, I think is a little bit problematic
Yeah.
because you can run into like some front runner status. People could check the leaderboard and be like, "Oh, this
I'll just vote
person's
for them
already
because they're leading.
winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
want to be on
vote.
the winning team." Right, that kind of stuff. I think
Yeah.
though, secondarily though, I think one of the things that's super super interesting with all of this stuff is like there is a little bit of this like game theory here that goes
Mm,
into how you actually vote because you have all these competing incentives of if you are somebody who needs a grant, right? There is that aspect, right? Like, does it matter if I vote for somebody who's going to win? Are they going to remember that? Is that going to be meaningful? Are people
right.
going to be spiteful? Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Um, you know, um, I think the other side of that though too is that like when it comes down, if it's gonna be close, it's like you said, Seuss. It's like all right,
mm,
so like how are people supposed to vote? Like let's say I'll use myself as the example here. Let's say I'm 10 votes out of placing, in seventh place, right? So I'm in eighth place
Yeah.
and 10 votes back. Well, so how do you then make sure that you encourage people to like, well, if you're gonna vote for me, only vote for me, because if you vote for other people who are in the group,
Right.
it's gonna just keep bumping them up, right? So this whole
yeah.
other
Right.
thing that's going on of how that all works. So it's going to be, I think, really interesting these next couple of days as we wind down of like how that voting pattern looks. Because I'm willing to bet it's very different than the
Mm,
voting pattern from people who voted early.
mm. Yeah. No, I think it's interesting. And on that note, I'm gonna go back to. I mean, I feel like I haven't made actual suggestions, Seuss, but I've been like, yeah, definitely check out this person, definitely check out that person. They have an interesting. I always say this is what to look for, but I never tell people which people to vote for. But I think we do highly stress, hey, people, not just vocal people, because you can be a vocal person, you can be
Yeah.
completely
Sure.
consistently wrong, and like that annoying person in the community that's like, why is this person here? But I think helping to educate people on what to look for, I think that's super helpful. And I agree. Like Joe, there is game theory. I mean, I was thinking about that today when I was submitting votes. I was like, yeah, I really want this person to get in there, and I had some of the people I was excited about, but I was like, yeah, if I vote for all the people I want to vote for, everybody's just still bumping up.
Right,
So,
right.
like you said, it is for sure game theory, and yeah, and I think they did a pretty good job at letting people know you can only, like, hey, if you're going to vote for House Merit, you do it once. If you're going to vote for, whatever house, you do it once. I think I should have stressed that more to our community as well. Not that I have people saying like, oh, I didn't know that, but just in
Yeah.
case, because it wasn't like necessarily super intuitive. And I think they had some disclaimer and something that popped up. But if you think you can go back and drop your other votes, like you can't. Like you got to do
Yeah.
it once, sweep for each house. And so I bet there's going to be an interesting amount of people that like didn't vote the way they wanted to because they're like, I know I want to vote for this person. I don't know about these. I'm going to go look at these for now, but they still dropped their vote on somebody, and then
Sure.
so yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really think as well, like you like people voted right now, for example, and they can't vote anymore because they casted their vote. But what if they still have votes they want to use, and they just found out that, okay, I just know about Joe, I haven't heard of Joe before, and I like to cast my vote on him, as well. I think people should have like can go back and do it, maybe debatable, but at the same time also, um one take from this also, I do like, for example, council of advisor, it's only 7 votes, and it's very very competitive, where, for
Yeah.
example, let's say house of merit is 15 votes, so you can vote 15 there, be freely with the votes, then you go to council of advisor, then you only have 7 votes. I think the vote should be limited, not to like be able to vote for everyone in the seats, and this way people can, for example, cast their vote in different houses. Maybe he don't want to vote for anyone in house of merit, and he want to cast his votes in the people in the council of advisors. This is where the OGs are, this is where he believed that the people are. So definitely, if we will sit and talk about how things went wrong and how it's gonna, I think it's gonna take us like hours and hours, because there is a lot of debatable topics there.
Yeah,
But
Yep.
as far as we can do now, guys, is I hope the community is pretty well educated to know who to vote for.
and
And
engaged, and engaged.
exactly, exactly. So this is like the most important part, right? So vote for Joe. Do please, we need Joe. We need Jared. I will call names. We
Right.
need Joe.
Yes,
We
they're
need
great.
Jared. We need AVB. We need Odin. We need Sheldon. We need many peoples in there. And this, I'm just saying few names. I think Escobar also is a great choice for transparency commission, because Escobar is like in every single server, so Escobar
Sure.
can actually know what's happening around. So
Yeah.
I really hope these people's win, and if like most of them didn't win, then I'm really pissed, to be honest, because what we are doing.
It's going to be a really interesting learning experience. I'll look. I will say, and I think one of the things that I'm hoping comes out of this is people get a better sense of how to evaluate potential candidates in the future, because it's one of those things where I think there are some people who are very talented, you know, in all different aspects of Web3. I think there are people who are excellent community mods. I think there are people who are out there and engaging with the community in different ways through maybe their own project or whatever. But maybe they're just not right for what governance is. And
Yeah.
I mean, I even said myself when I wrote my original post about the NDC was that like I'm not well suited for certain parts of governance. Like that's not my thing. I'm not
Hmm.
like I can evaluate a project really well. I've built a ton. I've worked in startups, I've worked in large enterprises. So if you gave me a budget and you gave me a roadmap and you said I need a grant for this, I could absolutely tell you if I think it's feasible that you could actually achieve what you say you're going to try to achieve. Again,
Hmm.
things can go wrong, but I think I could evaluate that well. I don't think I could do like a really good job of like full like budget and treasury, and I'm not a
Yeah.
finance person. It's not
Yeah.
my job. But so I think that's where people kind of get confused sometimes of like, who are the people that you will then want in there? Because like, and I don't mean this disrespectful to people if they take this personally. I think if you take this personal, I'm sorry, like you may be part of the problem. But like, just because you are well ingrained inside the community, it doesn't mean that you're well suited for one of these positions. Like just
Right.
because you know everybody here, or just because like you are the pulse of something, like it,
Whoa, whoa,
you
whoa!
know.
Is that because this says the pulse of near? Is that
Yeah,
because this?
yeah.
Pulse of
Absolutely.
Nia.
So like these guys,
That
so
worked
don't listen to
perfectly.
anything to these guys. No, but no,
Oh man.
I think it's one of those things for myself. It's like, look, I've been around long enough now. Like the gray hairs in my beard can tell you here, right? Like I, I know how this can end if we're
Yeah,
not careful and if we're not
absolutely.
like really thinking about like what these things really are. And
Yeah,
when I go to, because I'll tell you right now, like my project Shard Dog is going to apply for a grant, from the NDC as something there. And I want to make sure that people who are going to evaluate me are able to actually do that in
yeah,
the right frame of reference. And if
right.
they do that and they say, no, you can't have a grant, I'm cool.
Great.
But
As
I
long
don't
as they
want it
evaluate the right way.
exactly. But
Yeah,
I don't want it to become a thing where like whether it's me or any other project starts to feel slighted because they're like,
you
well,
don't have
I'm
somebody
not
in the
being
council.
treated fairly, right?
Yeah,
Someone else. And so that's where I think things are going to go sideways because I
yeah,
think if you do have different groups in there together who are not well suited for this, it
yeah,
could go bad. I'm hoping for the best. I'm
yeah,
fingers crossed, but I think there's a reality that can come true.
yeah. And Joe, honestly, one of the first. I mean, as soon as the whole thing was, legitimized. I mean, of course, the first thing. I mean, of course, the first thing we thought, like our team was like, if we want anything approved, because we had 1 month where we didn't get approved because
Yep.
marketing that was figuring stuff out, whatever.
Sure.
And we were like, oh, if we want anything approved ever, we have to have somebody in there, and that's just that feels like the reality of it sometimes. But yeah, I think what's going to be hard is especially with uh, you know uh, voter privacy not being a thing. I think all the um, what is it? The favors people owe each other is going to be a complicated system because I feel like there will be groups of two, three, four people from the same organizations making sure things pass, and when they're trying to make sure that stuff is budgeted well and supportive funding is allocated well, they're going to run
Yeah.
out of favors that people said they owed them, and then stuff's going to hit the fan. So
For
we'll see.
sure.
And
Yeah.
also, I was surprised by your take that there weren't enough people running, and then you said enough quality people. That makes sense because as soon as it opened up, and Susie's like, you got to run. I was like, bro, I do not need to run. It's way too crowded, and I still don't think I'm in a spot where I should have. Like I don't think I'm qualified for that. I'd rather just watch and engage and all that stuff. But I think it's interesting that you said there there wasn't enough people when I thought there was everybody. So interesting stuff.
Yeah, look, again, it's not meant to be disrespectful towards the people who are there because
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
that they are not like talented or good people. It's just
right.
like this is a particular skill set, and I'll be the first to again, I'm not the best suited for all of this. I'll
Mm,
tell you that right now. Like I know what my strengths are, but I think that again, the challenge always is in any of these type of roles and positions is
hmm
getting people to be honest with themselves about like what you can actually do and actually bring to the table. And that's why I think like when I said earlier on when we first started talking about it, one of my frustrations is really is that like these people who are coming in and saying, well, I'm going to help you. If you believe in X, Y, and Z, I'm going to bring it, and I'm going to help bring forward. Like if you believe in free and open source and all, like great.
Yeah,
I'm glad that those are your foundation and your ethics, but
right,
that's not what this role is going to be. You are
right.
not you're not running for president of near, right? Like you don't have executive power to do something. Like you are
Yeah,
just a council who probably this first 6 months is going to get hammered with grant applications. I
yeah.
mean, you're going to see like you
Two
think
hundred
this
fifty thousand dollars worth of grant applications.
I mean, it's gonna. I bet. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna. It's gonna be a few $1 million worth of grant applications this first 6 months. Absolutely, it's going to be in the millions, I bet you, and like,
Wow.
and it's going to be a ton of work of
Yeah.
just that. And I think that's why, like, and I've been saying it on other shows. And every time anyone interviews me, my goal is to help establish a baseline of how you start to do governance and how
Yeah.
you start to evaluate projects. Because if you think you're coming in here this first 6 months and making any radical changes to near, it's not happening. I'm sorry. It
Yeah.
just isn't.
And even if you have a great vision for it, I mean, there's what 1577, there's 29, there's 28 other people besides you. So even if you
Yep.
have these big dreams and stuff, if you're not presenting these strategies the way you should, like tactfully, and making it make sense with everybody else, then you're just gonna people are gonna hate you. Your council member's gonna hate you and want you out as soon as you can be out as well. So if you think you're
Oh,
gonna go around and
yeah.
push people around, like, you're just gonna piss people off.
Ah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
be the change,
exactly.
but do it the right way. So that's
To
Yeah.
interesting.
be
So
honest, yeah.
right.
Also in the grant area, I mean, because we are focusing so hard in the NDC, you saw a lot of well, to be honest, when I look at the pricing of some of the grant, I was like, what? You know? And when I see it, it's approved, I'm like, what? You know?
Yeah.
So like we want the I for me, okay. I mean, I don't want to bash on anyone work,
Don't
but
don't do specifics. Don't do specifics this morning, please. Please don't. Please don't do specific
no,
people.
no, no. I'm not gonna do any specific.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
not gonna bash on anyone work, but I do think there should be like baseline for everything from the NDC. Like,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
example, YouTube video max like this per YouTube video maximum. So it's the minimum is like this, maximum is like this. When people ask a grant, yeah, above
I was
the
just.
maximum, then they
Mhm.
will tell them this is our maximum and this is what you need to accomplish to receive the maximum. That's I think how it should work, and determine it on based on
Yeah.
their work as well as how how it is. Unlike now, and I understand how people determine things because, for example, I'm in the Philippines, so the dollar cost is different from the one, for example, in the US. I understand this completely, but I mean, we are called content creators. We are all like, there's a lot of builders as well. So, like, for example, Lidero was not approved. And I think the
Oh,
Ludero business model, this is the second time Ludero is not approved. I think the business
oh,
model, like the Ludero itself as a platform, they are first a dev, builders in the near
yeah.
ecosystem. They need to be prioritized. And they are learning as well. Like Ludero is like, if they work closely with Ludero, they could have educated the community massively, way
Sure.
better than
Yeah.
a podcast, way better than Twitter Spaces. This is my honest 100% opinion, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the way Ludero work is like, you answer the questions, and the
That
way
was
the
laissez faire, right?
human brains, yes, the way the
Yeah.
human brains work, that they're gonna actually memorize it while they are trying to win something. So I
Yeah.
think this Ludero, like, not getting the grant, to be honest, is mind blowing for me. I don't
Mhm.
Yeah.
understand it. We did not get grant as well the last month. We did get grant for this month, so thank you for everyone who
Yes.
thought we
Thank you.
bring value for the near ecosystem. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm hoping that NDC solve this issues. I'm hoping that there will be 15 votes in there rather than only like specified to certain peoples. That will give different takes from each member to each member, because the more they
Yeah.
are, the different ideas came in, right? So, and then you have
Yeah.
the council of advisor that they can veto the call. So
Yeah.
to get to this point, sorry, I talk a lot. I'm really
No,
sorry,
no,
but
you're fine.
to get
I was just gonna say, I think, but I love the point that you made though about like what are some of those limits and those thresholds. Like I think that's the stuff
Mm,
that's kind of needed, and
Mhm.
it doesn't have to also be like one size fits all, where like there
Yeah.
is a challenge certainly with like cost of living and where you are in the world, and
Yeah.
that is something that I think everyone is trying to normalize a little bit, right? And I think like the near dev hub is trying to do some of that where like they ask you, where are you located,
mhm.
can we
NYC.
we want to make sure that like you're being compensated appropriately, but at the same time that like you're also not being just taken advantage of either. But like
Yeah.
I think there's a difference too as like growth. And this is where the right people need to be in place to understand some of this stuff. Where it's like I think like day one when we first started Ready Layer One, and if we asked for money for like certain things, I think there is a certain bottom threshold that we would have met just because Jared is in marketing and audio and video, and he does video production for a living, and so
Yeah.
we were at a certain thing. Versus if I applied by myself, right? If I was starting my own podcast, and I
Yeah.
think my threshold for that stuff would be way lower because like I didn't know what I'm not that guy, right?
Yeah.
So like my starting point of being like, oh, we'll give you this amount of money because your quality of your content is going to be here. Like we were
Yeah.
successful early on because like
Yeah.
Jared is a master at production, and so like our stuff looked professional from day one, and that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Where let's like again, if it was just me, it was not coming out like that. So like I think that's
Mhm.
understanding those thresholds are so important when you do this stuff because I don't want to discourage the new content creator or the new builder just because you haven't done it before we can't give you money.
Right.
No, it's
Yeah.
like we just have to be able to bracket you. And now like you look at you guys, like I think if you look at you like your first episodes to now, you know, like
Oh wow. Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
that's it. Look at the
Yeah.
quality
True.
though. I don't
Yeah.
mean like the
Yeah.
content wise. I think like you guys have always
No,
had
no. You.
excellent banter, but you just look and now as you
Looks
continue to
professional.
go on, right?
Yeah.
It starts to feel more and more. So you should be able to ask for more money because
Mm.
an extra level of production. You now guys
Mhm.
now know like you guys are on like I don't know like a dozen different platforms now. That takes work. That's not nothing, right? I know software
Exactly.
helps with that, but it's still work. It's still setup. It's still prep to make it look nice, to make it all fit together.
Yeah.
And so you have to be able to understand that and
Yeah.
then make sure you're compensating for that appropriately versus the
Yeah.
person who's just starting or whatever else.
Yeah.
You know,
On
I
the
agree with you. Sorry, no, no, I always cut you off, man. But I live in the middle of the sea. You live in the real world, so I think that's a ping issue. But to be honest, I agree, and I always say to the people, go back and look at our Nico Morning Show when we started. The audio was bad, everything was bad. Like we're still trying to figure things out. We're still trying to do it.
yeah.
Camera setup, everything was wrong. And look at us now. For example, what we managed to achieve. Plus, this is like I think one of the most noticeable grant maybe the MDAO gave, which is my setup right now. Because of this $2,000 setup that I put, I managed to me and Nono managed to
Podcast
increase
studio.
the podcast quality level, and now
Yep.
Nono with this grant, for example, is gonna even increase it more.
Like all
So
my equipment.
in
Yeah.
this type of podcast, you can see like a steady growth, and
Yep.
we
Yeah.
started with only with TikTok, then we start going live on Twitter, then we start going live. I mean, I know a lot of people do like to go, live on
Twitter
podcast,
Spaces.
but they are
But
more on like podcast and stuff like this and
yeah.
Yeah.
recorded things where we try to attract people live. We try to get engaging chat, and yeah, I mean, content creator do improve with time. The quality of production as well improve with time. And when
Yeah.
people talk to me and tell me, for example, podcast, I really don't disagree with people pricing podcast high because sitting in front of the camera itself is exhausting. If
It's
you're sitting
completely
in a
different.
Twitter space, you are basically sitting like this,
He's gonna
your
say
Yeah.
feet up
underwear.
in the
He's gonna
air,
say underwear.
right?
Say
Yeah.
underwear.
And you're sitting with your
Yeah.
boxer, no filter in our show, guys, and you're just enjoying your time and unmuting your mic and talking, right? Where in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
podcast, it take a lot of energy to be that personal in front of the camera. You can't
Sure.
even do any movement and stuff like this. So I really want to see all the content creator in there, scale up. And to do this, you have to work with the creator and have like a chart of their growth. These guys started like this, now they are increasing. Now we can approve their increase funding. And the first
Yeah.
time we apply for grant, me and Nona, I mean, everything is public. We can talk about it public. It was only like $2,500, and we put so much work. Me and Nono, I slept only 3 hours. Nono waking up 3 a.m. just to get that time because that's the only time worked with us.
We shipped
And
Yeah.
near merch to the Philippines because I
yeah,
didn't want
yeah,
to. I
and
bought
we
it from
ship.
Amazon, sent it to you.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
basically, nothing went to our pocket. It's mostly for
For the
production,
setup.
and now
Yeah.
this grant as well, we increase it a bit, and we honestly wanted to increase it a bit more, and we had
But we
internal
decided not
talk
to.
with it, but we decided not to because we know that the NDC have limited funding, so we
Yeah.
understand that we need to be at a base level where other people also, or creator or project, can get
Mhm.
also funding.
Yes. On that, let me say something on that. Yes, I do think we've come a long way, and like you said, yes, it's cool to see not just the difference in growth or views, but like you said, when funding happens, your setup happened, right? You can see a physical difference. So there's
Yeah.
no like magic mystery of, oh, where's the funding going? But let me give a pat on the back to our boy Brando, who happens to be running, and go check his accolades and what he's done in the past. Um, he was giving us a word of wisdom as far as applying for grants, and shout out to Near at Night for doing a consistently really good job, having great people on, and not asking for more just because they could ask for more. So he's
Mm.
kind of hammered us with that because, like, yeah, there is a certain point. Yes, there's different cost of living all around the world, but at the same time, if you're trying to nourish the ecosystem and not do harm, and you say honestly, this is all we need, and then you don't keep pushing that price up and up and up and up and up, and you don't have like reasons to ask for more except for just, hey, we should get paid more. Well, in a big way, near at night is really nourishing the ecosystem because they're bringing great stuff, and they haven't been bumping up their funding. And back to
Yeah.
the base level stuff, I do think there are base level things. I totally agree. I also think that there necessarily shouldn't be a glass ceiling because if for example, if let's just talk about reach, not about other social things. If we have a Ben Armstrong on near that, as far as reach, a Bitboy crypto as far as reach, I don't think he should, I don't think they should be getting the same amount. I mean, if they have millions of total people, like impression wise, if they don't get a good amount of funding, they're just going to leave. And so I feel like there shouldn't be a necessarily a base, and there shouldn't be a glass ceiling. I think you should generally stick to those, and with exceptions, do other things. But on those exceptions, they should be vetted well. They should be, everybody should be like, yeah, clearly they get more because they do all of this. But
Sure.
once again, shout out to all the near native people that are taking smaller slices of the pie to make room for other people, even though they have the track record to ask for larger slices of the pie. I do respect that a lot.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
very well
No,
said, man.
that's a great point, and I love the idea though of like you said, like right as you move up, right, and there shouldn't have to be glass ceiling. You got to look at each case
yeah,
individually. If you just put everyone in a bucket, it's never going to work. I
yeah.
do also, I think I would add one other caveat to that is that hopefully the idea of the grant process should be that you get big enough that you graduate out of it, right? So
Mhm.
Mhm.
like I think of it even in content creation. So like I'll use software and product building as the example, but I think this goes anywhere. At Shard Dog, right? So like we're starting out, like, and we want to continue to grow. If we get some grants, to help us continue to go, we're never going to get a grant that actually like lets me quit my job and do whatever, right? Like I gotta,
Right,
it's there to supplement certain things. The goal would always be is that hopefully you as your software project get some grants, get some momentum, and then maybe you can go raise money. Maybe you
Hmm.
can go and get out of that you are outside of having to ask for
Submit
grants.
every month.
Right, every
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
And to me, then that's a super successful grant program because you like, hey, we incubated this piece of software, we got them going, they built up a
hmm.
thing, and they graduated and they went and raised the seed round, and maybe they still fail. Things are gonna fail, right? And I think the same thing maybe could go with content creators. I hope that at Ready Layer One that we get at some point big enough, hopefully during the next bull run when everyone comes back to crypto, that we're able to say like we don't need to ask for grants anymore, and we don't ask for many grants at Red Layer One. We've only asked for a couple over the time, but it's because we feel the same way, right? Like we're not just
Yeah.
trying to ask for the
Milk the.
ecosystem to fund us
Yeah,
with them, right? But
yeah,
I would love to be able to be at a point where like we're big enough and we're saying, well, we're just gonna go get some ads, right? Like we're gonna, and so I don't need to get a grant, right? And I hope that the next group, the next regulator one, can come through and get that grant and get built up and go out. And so I hope. So I think we go full circle here, right? I hope the people who are in the NDC governance recognize that and help
mm,
facilitate that
mm,
through whatever they fund and whatever else, like not just, again, not just funding, but also advisement of like, hey, let's help you get from A to B to C, and not just get people who are now constantly going on grants.
Mhm. Real quick, let me interject. Guys, we finally got Shard Dog links up. Go to the Twitter. I couldn't find a way to make it QR code. It just wasn't working for me. That's my personal problem. Go to the Twitter. Go to the show that's pinned there. The NEKO Twitter account has commented a Shard Dog link. Go grab your Shard Dog from this episode. We will get retroactive ones for y'all as well for the ones that were
This is the
around.
episode one, guys. We have another 4 episode we need to give away, but
Yeah.
go claim your episode one on the Twitter. We're gonna remove it, okay? But for people we screenshot them during the episode one, you guys gonna get it even if you missed today, and I think couple of them missed the Shardog today. But speaking and speaking about Shardog and stuff like this, right now how it works is the person need to DM you guys with the design, and you guys will mint it out or create it for them and give them the link, right? Is it
Yes.
possible for Shardog, for example, to transition to like building on the Nearbus where they can basically have some sort of like a subscription or some sort of fee where they can just go there, paste their design by themselves, and generate the link, and everything will work automated rather than just, for example, going directly to you in DMs.
Because you
Yeah.
guys can't directly scale if you get a ton of work. Like if you get a ton of people just
Yeah.
right, like you
Yeah.
can't scale as well now, right?
Yes. So there's a couple of things about that. So the short answer is yes, we certainly could do that. We have been purposely not doing self-service yet. We
Oh,
feel that one, there is we're very purposeful in how we actually just let links come out. We do actually say no to people, believe it or not.
really?
We've absolutely had to say no to people, and it's not because like we were like, oh, this is not a quality project, because we want
Mm,
to make sure that things are fitting what we think, a shard dog link should be. And right now it really should be about onboarding people to your project, or if you're a creator, to
yeah.
your work, and then if needed, so onboard them to near through it as well. And as we start to build out our platform more, I think some of those, that picture will become a little more clear to people. But
Mm,
we don't want it to just become a free for all of links, because
okay.
then it diminishes what, I think the real goal really becomes long term is that, there's two things that happen in crypto. And this is not necessarily a shard dog thing. I think this is just a larger ethos thing. We have a problem with spam and scamming and everything else in crypto. And then we also have a problem with discovery in crypto. And those two things both kind of collide with each other.
Spam and
And so,
discovery.
yeah.
Huh.
And so what happens is that like we want to make sure that we're careful about that people cannot just come in and spam groups with links.
Yeah.
We're careful about people impersonating groups. So if we had self-service, now I got to worry about what if someone says that they're, the Nico morning show, right? And they come in and they make a link, but that link, that shard dog link actually points them to, I don't know,
A
some
wallet
scam
drainer.
page. Right.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful about all that stuff. And so we want to be really smart about how we handle reputation and all that stuff, and for people. And it's not about us per se, it's about the creators that we're working with and the projects that we're working with. So that's why we're not self-service yet. And that's really very much on purpose.
Yeah.
Secondarily, I
Oh,
think is the discovery part, is that's where I think we want to make sure that we eventually have tools to help you discover other creators and projects
Hmm.
beyond just finding a link on Twitter somewhere.
Hmm.
okay.
That's
A
big.
question, a real question, and I think that's direct for me to and to be honest to know, and for no.
Okay.
Do you guys prefer, because our idea is to get, for example, a shard dog for each episode, but I know
Yep.
this can go like a lot of work on you guys because we have to like DM you every time. And do you guys
Yeah.
like bother, or do you guys prefer to like have one final shard dog, or it's fine if like every week we maintain 2 shard dogs from you guys and stuff like this?
Yeah. So I think like I think it's that's why it's a case by case basis, and like we're learning too. So, Jared and I are really trying to learn what works and what doesn't work. So we've had now over 220 Shard Dog links, and I think some of the decision making we did early on versus now has changed, and because we've learned, and that's what we're trying to see. And I think like example like yours is we haven't done a really episode based. We've done issue based with Near Week, so we are the official, I guess. Well, what do you call official? But like we are the ones that are providing all the covers for Near Week. When you go collect the cover for Near Week every week, or if you go to subscribe.nearweek.com, that's actually us that you're going to, and
Nice.
you get your thing. And so they every week they give us the cover and we get it going and set it up or whatever else. And that's worked really well, and we like that approach. So for you guys, like you'll be the first like true episode based, where like AVB's done some kind of stuff with some of his podcasts, but and we'll just see how it goes. Like we'll see like, hey, does this make sense for you guys to have one each individual episode? I'm gonna guess yes. I think probably having one for each episode is going to be a really interesting arc to see who
Yeah.
collects all of them. What does that
Mhm.
look like for your holders?
Huh.
But maybe you guys come back to us and you say, maybe we could have done one, or maybe yeah, I think it's going to vary, and that's what this is right now for us. That's why like we are not like we're at a stage right now where we are just trying to learn as much as we can from our
Hmm.
creators, and we're building in public on purpose so that we
Yeah.
can get that information. So for us, this is just as much of an experiment as it is for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, okay. To be honest, I need to know because I keep bugging. No, no, please send each episode, man. Please
Yes.
send each episode. But to be honest, the idea of it is we wanted because we have people who join like each episode, and we have people who join lately, and
Mhm.
we really want to have the people who have been with us from like because we do it per season, and each season is 8 episodes. So we as you know, Nico do have Freaky Feline, GFF, and we have also the classic kangaroo. So we thought maybe as a reward system to keep our community engaged, learning as well, and keep them a bit motivated on. Okay, I want to go and learn, and I will want to collect all my shard dogs, and maybe that will give me a boost stats in the community. Maybe that will allow me to get, for example, a GFF as a reward where they can stake it in our site and earn or stuff like this. So we do want to as well reward the
Hmm.
community. We never ask for giveaways, funding from the marketing DAO. We believe if we want to do giveaways, we have to do it by ourselves because we have community. And me and Nono actually give away a lot of our personal collection. You don't really like to give. I'm really against giving tokens. I think it's useless. They're gonna go and sell it. I really like to give NFT. In this way, I bring more exposure to the NFT project building in the near protocol. I
For
onboard
sure.
more user to that project and
Yeah.
support them. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. So we give
Hmm.
away a lot. We give away like classic kangaroo. We give away other NFT collection. I think Mara NFT give we give as well MMC. We give
Ripping
rogues.
rogue.
And that's all went from our personal pocket.
Sure.
And we want this. I think this is the best way to like actually give reward for the system because you need to get benefits. You don't want to give someone tokens and go and sell it. What this will does to do to the ecosystem? Nothing. But when you give an NFT, when you give point system in their Discord, something like this, roles in other people Discord, this is where the real value is because you
Mhm.
are onboarding people to the other community on the near protocol, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. No,
Um.
I love this. You go ahead, Nana.
Thank you, sir. Joe's gonna have his take here in a second. Seuss, because yesterday was National Burger Day, do you think we could maybe drop a teaser after Joe enlightens us again? Do you think we could drop a teaser about our contest later this week? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna upload it. Okay, guys, we have a big surprise for you. So if you didn't know, we do a lot of activity here. We try to make it fun, and we always try to like make it a bit into like
Oh
the
boy.
easier side of the community, not like super tech heavy. If someone will ask super tech heavy, I will tell them near at night. These guys are like they know how to talk tech. Ready
Pause.
layer one.
Pause. Pause.
Yeah,
You know who you invited on the show for Thursday, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
he's gonna like. You know he's gonna scramble my brain, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I
Okay.
mean, we understand the tech heavy, but our audience, we always want to onboard the new users. We want to like
Okay.
bring the people in. So I don't. Me and non approach always to simplify things, for the community, so they can understand it. Us, me, I'm not talking like me and Nono. We understand the tech things
We're
part
dumb.
of
We're
the
very
near.
dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, for the community, and I think when the NDC say you guys need to onboard, but if you guys will start talking about tech, community doesn't. The average community doesn't understand this. First step is
No.
get the community in, educate him, then later on he can progress with other podcasts. So that's why there is some podcast focus on like onboarding. There's some podcast focus on like builders. I think the like each podcast or each Twitter space need to like, even in the NDC, need to be determined high level, entry, onboarding level, understanding level, stuff like this, and that's give the variety for users to like join, and maybe later on all the people content creator on the near ecosystem can coordinate between each other schedule to make it you guys onboard, we guys educate, you guys start with the tech side, and that steps will work with all the community, all of us, builders, content creators working together to achieve this.
You can
That's
tell.
like the main goal.
You can tell he's not very passionate at all, huh, Joe?
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
That's
very,
awesome.
yeah, I've told you I'm excited for this one
Yeah.
because I do really talk a lot, but with Billy, because it's 1 a.m., my wife will come in and she will like, go on, man, I want to sleep. So I try to
That's
stay
funny.
quiet a bit. But yeah, yeah, that's the main goal. I
Joe,
am the learn to earn leader for NEKO, sorry, Nono. And
it's
Onono
okay.
as
I
well
can only
work
be second
on,
place. I can only be
yeah.
second place. It's okay.
No, no, I'm sorry, man. But the end goal for NEKO is to be an educational platform for all
Yeah.
new users. And that's what we always focus on. Maybe
Yeah.
eventually we can get out of the marketing DAO and be a platform where projects come to us. Hey guys, we want you to make a series, a season series, educating our community. What is our project? Stuff like this, in a fun, engaging way, and then you can charge them based on this. This is how we see NEKO going a bit farther from the marketing DAO. And to do all
Yeah.
this, we have to like achieve higher level of production platforms, and stuff like this. So I do really hope everyone, content creator in here, and everyone succeeds, because the blockchain, if the blockchain, succeed, then everyone on it, us content creator, builders, dev, will also go up with it. So
Yeah.
maybe people need to stop thinking about themselves and me only, than thinking about us group, us content creators, builders, everyone. Let's achieve this goal. Let's
Yeah.
claim, the ladder with the blockchain itself, rather than I want to claim by myself. I'm fighting with this guy. This guy doing same podcast as me. He's gonna get grant. I'm not gonna get grant. I know. Reduce the part of the grant. Give base levels grant to everyone. Let everyone work together. That's how we
Yeah.
achieve the maximum efficiency.
Go, Joe.
No, I did that. That's awesome. And I think that's what when I say about like discovery too, like that's the stuff I mean, right? Of like,
Mm,
how do you start to put all those pieces together, right? If you come through the Nico Morning Show, right, and now you want to go someplace else, and you've collected that shard dog, how do we help you find that other content? How do we help not just us, but also like how do we help you guys? How do we, from all those different pieces? And when I say us, I mean like Red Layer One from our podcast, right? Like so, how do we pull those pieces together, and how do we help with that discovery? So I love hearing that thought process. And kind of what I was going to say earlier too is like this is where like the experimenting really comes in. This is what we hope that more people do. Is
mm.
like Murder Mystery Club is a great example. They've done a lot of stuff with Shard Dog,
That's cool.
and they've really tried to push the limit of like what can you start to do with these NFTs that are not your traditional NFT.
Mm,
So they had stuff like in their Discord for gating. They had access to their game. They did excuse me, they did a raffle, all kinds of stuff. And so like that's the stuff where maybe like you guys start to experiment too, and you say, oh, maybe you get a different role in our Discord because you're holding X number of shard dogs, right? It's still it's still a contract that's on mainnet, right? That's still you can look up with any Discord bot So I think there's that opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nano. I'm taking a break.
Taking a chill pill. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. I have a really interesting person for you to talk to, Joe. I just had him talk to Seuss. I just talked to him in Seuss yesterday, and he is very much in the um, account abstraction, ease of access, seamlessness, improved UI UX. I'm going to introduce him to our guy from yesterday, Seuss, and they'll talk back
Oh,
and forth. Imagine those two together. That'd be crazy. Um, anyway, yeah, super excited for that.
Nice.
Um, I feel like I had somewhere I wanted to go, but
I definitely distracted your thoughts.
no, it was
I do
great. It
that
was
all the
great.
time.
I
I
was
do
very
that all
impressed.
the time too.
I was very
Yeah.
impressed.
I mean, honestly, I love me and Nono love what we are doing. To be honest, it's good to have grant. It's good to be appreciated. Yes. At the same times, also, it's good to put the work. And yeah, I generally join near protocol back for Jump DeFi, then become ambassador, then head of content, then content creator, and I climb the ladder until I become core team. So Nono was there along the way from the start, to be honest, consistently, and he's like I when I was like starting my content creator, I didn't know anything. Joe, I'm telling you, my videos were so bad. The
Joe, they were
first
so
video
good.
I made
They were so
was
good.
really bad. Nono keeps saying it was good. It was so bad that my wife couldn't stop laughing for hours while I'm recording my first video. It was so bad. And then Nono, Nono
That's
was there
funny.
along the way,
Was
consistently. Okay, you have to do like this. And I used to ask Nono and other people, content creator, and no, thank you so much. So basically, no, Brando as well give me the lead. These guys like help me to become I never thought I can be a content creator. I never thought I can speak properly.
Mm,
Write threads, do memes, do whatever it is. So it's nice to see that you grow, and I really fall in love with the near ecosystem itself. So I really like passionate. Me and Nono always like passionate. And the last time me and Nono was talking, and Nono was like, man, the grant doesn't matter. I always wanted to have a podcast, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished so far. So we are really proud. We are grateful for all the support from the community guys and all the guests that came in, same as you, Joe.
yeah,
I know I keep talking a lot of things, but we have been talking for like an hour plus. We can go around again for like 15 minutes. Then I'm just gonna do
yeah,
you know, uh, some sort of activity with the
yeah,
community, and yeah.
yeah.
But guys,
Y'all,
reminder again, scan this QR code. Joe is running for the
yeah.
Council of Advisor in the NDC. You can scan as well, top
It's a
left.
sick
That
picture.
QR code will take you to the Near Week Twitter as well. You get the latest and keep updated with the Near. There is Joe as well on X or Twitter as well. You can scan this code. We did cycle above them. And don't forget, guys, if you joined late, you don't know what we are talking about, and you're still catching up, Too Long Don't Read versions will be available on Spotify. I just need to work harder to like edit it, me and Nono, but we're gonna cut it. And so yeah, check out the Spotify. I will drop you the link here down.
Yeah,
So
guys,
yeah,
ask any questions you have for Joe in the chat while he's like briefly still here. So
yeah.
y'all hammer him if you have anything. That's super good. Yeah, Seuss, like you were saying, I remember in 2021, I was talking with my brother-in-law and like his best friend, who I've become good friends with, and like the dream was to have a crypto podcast. So yeah, we can like talk about grant money and all that stuff, and like, oh, we need more to buy this nice equipment, but at the same time, like getting grants for a, for a, or getting stuff approved for a podcast, it's insane. Like we used to like want to have a podcast. So yeah, little steps, little steps. It's fun. It's fun
yeah,
stuff.
it's nice. It's nice to see the growth. To be honest,
Oh,
I really appreciate.
and about memes, can we
Oh yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
share
You
screen?
remind. That's
Don't
what I
post it.
man. I
Don't
have
post
been.
it, but share
Listen,
screen. That's what I was thinking of earlier. Joe, you're
no,
gonna
no.
love this.
I have been back and forth into Discord. I think like you asked me something, and I'm trying to remember what it is, but
Yeah.
now I remember.
Will
We're
you
gonna
share it?
play it for them. And Joe, I think you're gonna laugh about this.
Let's
But
share
Okay.
screen.
this is Yeah. Let me
Share screen,
download it and I
and then
will
we'll drop
play
it
it.
on Twitter. We'll drop it on Twitter afterwards. But let's give the people that are here live a first look. So
Okay.
we'll keep
So
talking
guys,
until it gets set
that
up.
goes back to what I was saying. Yeah, that goes back to what I'm saying before. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm a bit laggy because I'm downloading the video now. Which is I always cut people off. I really don't mean it, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. But we do have a lot of activity with the community. We try to make it fun and engaging. And we have something called Meme of the Week, where each week we choose some topic for the community to make a meme. And then in return, we do some sort of NEKO token giveaway, point system, or whatever. Shard dog, maybe meme or shard dog, something like this. I don't know. But yeah, this is a trailer for Meme of the Week every Thursday, guys. So you're gonna love this one, guys. This is a big surprise for everyone. Let me upload it real quick.
Also, hey, we should compare shard dog sizes sometime. Um, I'm sitting pretty on 41 shard dogs claimed.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't claimed as much shard dog, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I have been starting. I've been starting.
Turn on
Um,
notifications for shard dog. Turn on notifications for Joe. Turn on notifications for Jared. Turn on notifications for a childhood hero or hero from Near Week, and you won't miss very many. That's a great place to start.
Very true. Very true.
yeah. Okay. Yosus, the art contest. Do you mean the meme week, or was there any
He
other
means
art contest? I forget. I think
I
he
think
mean
artwork
no,
contest for the shard
we
dog
did. Man, okay, we did say to our
next season.
community,
It was next season.
create. Yeah, no, man, I've been working in the art for so long. Next season art is ready, bro. But yeah, I think we said to the community they can design their own shard dogs as a meme, and maybe we can request it as a shard dog. I think that's what they are talking about. Shard dog memes. No, the one we told them if
Yeah.
their shard dogs get choose. Okay, guys, we only have like 4 or 5 shard dogs linked. So if you want a shard dog meme thing, submit it in the Discord and I will check it out. But is it uploaded? Let me double check. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's watch
There we
this
go.
fast intro. Okay, have fun. This is a big surprise for everyone.
So
Okay, shout
explain
out
the
to
thought
Billy.
process. Explain the thought process to Joe.
The
And yeah,
thought
shout out to Billy.
process, guys. Well, the giveaway is 200 NEKO tokens. 200 NEKO tokens is worth around $2 and a half. That's a burger money. So, guys, I know it's not it's not much.
Nice.
So enjoy your burger money. Meme contest will be in Thursday. You can win some burger money, but we are treating you for a burger that's coming hot from Nir and Nico straight to your wallet.
Love it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, so submit your arts as well for shard dogs, guys. Submit your arts as well. We will get it going. I think we are passing into the 113. I do have some couple of things I need to do with the community, which goes to like some activities in Twitter, and maybe we can drop them NEKO tokens or jump tokens. But guys, if you have any question, do ask Joe now, so we can start with the other things. We don't have much time with the guests, so we don't want to bore them as what we used to do. But to enter the jump tokens giveaway, you know what to go to Twitter, drop a meme, tag Joe on it. We are at the end a meme community. So yeah,
Absolutely.
show Joe some love, create your own post and stuff like this, and we will get with it after we are done with Joe. No, do you have any more question for Joe?
I don't personally right now, but I'll probably be hanging out in not his DMs. I need to be hanging out in his Telegram, and I'm having problems adding people. I can jump in groups, like it invites to groups, but anyway. No, I'm just here to create instead of a fiat on ramp, I'm going to create an off ramp for Joe, so he can say what he wants to say, answer any questions, but otherwise can get out before we start. Which you can also stay, but we're going to just be doing like giveaway stuff, spinning wheel. If you want to stay for that, great. But Also your time's valuable. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Joe, thanks for being on, man.
Crypto Penguin, one last question. I really want to ask about Shardog's NFT and use case for it. Well, we did talk a lot about it, but simplified way, do you want to give it a simple answer, Joe, or, you know, I
So
can take care of it? It's up to you.
I'll talk kind of generally about so every creator that has one, whether it's a project, individual user, whatever, it's up to them on how they actually have that as a use case. So some of them are simply just collectibles. Like right now, like the Near Week covers are just collectibles. But like Murder Mystery and some other projects that I've done in the past, they actually have like utility tied to them. So that's where like we're hoping to see more of that and more creativity to come through all of that. But yeah, it's right now it's kind of up in the air of like what each project wants to do. We personally at Shard Dog, like we are hoping to do some more. If you haven't been collecting our comic, you have to go check out the comic that we've been dropping daily. So we have every day we drop anywhere between 1 and 3 panels, and it's going to form a full comic. So that's a cool thing to collect. So like, we're trying all these different things that I think are a good a good experience on crypto that is a little bit different than the normal. Like I just have
Yeah.
to have immediate utility all the time.
Wait, I have a question for you, Joe. Now, I just came up
Yes.
with a question. I have a genius way to onboard people to Near. Okay,
All right. Let's
so
do
so
it.
my brother is a aspiring country music star. I mean, he has, I don't know, right now 18,000 followers on TikTok. I finally got him to make one. He's jumping way past me. He's going to Nashville in 2 weeks permanently. I mean, he lives with me for now. He has shows most weekends. There's a lot of non-crypto people that tune into his lives. So if I can
Okay.
submit art to you that has like pics of I don't know pics of Joe. Joe doesn't care about crypto. I've tried to get him into Web3 crypto,
Yeah.
but instead, if it's a Joe collectible and you're getting people to create near wallets,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Sure. I
I
mean,
just like put him up on his lives. But hit me.
so yeah, I think this is where we're going with this type of stuff. So I didn't come here to like shill Shard Dog, so I don't know, but
Yeah,
like
yeah. No, please do.
so look, Shard Dog is trying to be a larger marketing platform, and we say Web3 marketing platform. We don't
Yeah.
mean just for Web3 projects. We just mean that we're leveraging the technology of Web3 for marketing. And one
Hmm.
of the things that's really starting to happen in the general, I guess, internet culture is that
Hmm.
like we are getting away from the constant tracking. Google is going to start getting rid of cookies pretty soon. On mobile devices, blocking, like your tracking location. Like you have to get that pop up now, say like, do you allow tracking? Say no, and all those things, right? So if you want to build an audience, it's becoming harder and harder to do. And so for musicians, artists, filmmakers, whomever, or just project creators, you're going to need a way to start to build and create that
Yeah.
audience, actually have a connection to it. So someone who's like a musician is a great use case where
Sweet.
we can actually start to build that audience and like really
Yeah.
grab people. And we're trying to make the onboard process to Web3 as easy as possible, and we're trying to continually simplify it so that it feels not completely abstracted. So we believe that if you fully abstract it away, I think you lose the power of like that you are doing something new.
Hmm.
We don't fully believe in like while near is awesome at full account abstraction, we like to go like partial account abstraction, where it's like we want you to know that you are interacting with something different than Web 2, but
Yeah.
we want it to be as simple
Seamless.
as Web 2,
Yeah.
right? So there's a difference there. But
Wow.
yeah, so our goal eventually, like, we're gonna have a full platform. We're gonna have a full marketing thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much about, it, but we are going to have stuff that is involving multimedia. So again, musicians, digital
Sweet.
artists, things like that. That whole process certainly makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah. So one more question on that. This, I mean, I've tried to I have like music and NFT people that like have been like, Let me talk to your brother, let me talk to your brother." This would be a good way to not do any type of buy-in. It's just a true fan collecting item. right?
Exactly.
There's no issuing of anything. It's not a Joe token. His name's
Right.
also Joe.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, and I'll use just kind of a high level example, right? So he's doing shows every weekend, right? So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know how many people, how big a venue it is. But let's say it's a venue of like 200 people, right? And so maybe he's bigger than that already. I don't know, but like let's just say
Yeah.
he's starting at bars, right? And he's going from bar to bar, and he's got 200-300 people there each night, and maybe there's a group of 20 people who are starting to follow him a little bit, right? And starting to
Mm.
see him every weekend at different spots. And if he has a way to like, oh,
Loyalty.
collect my like proof of performance type of thing, right? Oh, I saw Joe at, whatever saloon,
Yeah.
kind of thing
The
here,
Rhinestone
right?
Saloon in Dallas. Yeah.
Perfect, right? So now I got that, and I here's the date, all this stuff. So now, one, as a fan, I start to have a collectible, kind of like now I'm older. I grew up kind of like out my, in the 90s here. So
Yeah.
like I,
Baseball
I
cards.
remember like always getting like paper tickets, right? And so I still have a box somewhere with all of like the concerts I went to through high school of like all the tickets, but it's useless to me now. I can't index it. I can't search it. I don't know. I mean, my memory isn't
Yeah.
as good as like where it was. But now you have that. So you have that first piece. For Joe, he now has starts to get a picture of like, oh, like this person keeps showing up. So now,
Yeah.
like when this person
Can siphon down
now yeah,
his
so
true
now if Joe
fans.
grows, right? And now
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, I'm doing a big thing down in Nashville. Let me
Free
reach
tickets for
out to
these
my
people.
super fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys get VIP tickets free even, whatever it might be, right?" And like it just changes the whole dynamic of
Yeah.
all of that stuff without it feeling crypto-y, right? Like it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worried about like selling my NFT to you. I'm not
Yeah.
all that stuff. So that's where I think it can go.
Cool.
We're early still on that part, but I think if you start to think about it, right, and you talk how those conversations with him and other people, it's like everything doesn't have to be so financially exchange based, you know.
Yeah. Huh. Huh.
Yeah, it's great as well if it will be like as you said, like imagine you're going to concert, but rather than getting paper, and something also, I have like very something like meaningful to me. What do you call that in English? I forgot the term. Like I have like a special attachment to it. Like the
Like
first
sentimental,
time,
yeah,
yeah, the first time I took my kids to the water park, for example, or something like this, and then I have been holding these papers in my closet, I think, for like
Mm.
years already, because it's very meaningful for me as a father and first time going trip with my kids and stuff like this. Imagine having this, being able to mint it as a shark
Mm.
dog, straight there, and that's your ticket, man. You go there, you scan your ticket, you go in. There is a lot of use case for Shardog. I think Shardog can go really massively, and I'm not saying this because you are here. I always say like
okay.
the use case of
Yeah.
Shardog is gonna be like massive, and you don't need to shell Shardog because like everyone on here basically know what Shardog is. So I really see it, and we are generally a bit new to the Web3 and NFT tech and stuff like this because people don't understand NFT is more of a tech.
Yes.
So, maybe a couple years from now, this thing's gonna be massive and just replace all the paper plastic thing. And hey, people who care about environment, this is better. I mean, right? So, like, it's a win-win situation. So there is a lot of use case for it. To be honest, I'm really excited to see, and I really think you guys hit the right spot on what we need for near to grow. You basically like that shows the amount of understanding to the ecosystem you guys have to be able to create a product that is actually that much need to be used.
Yeah.
So great job, guys, to be honest, and props to you guys. I'm a big fan, to be honest, of you guys. If you don't know, I mean,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
thank
I'm
you.
a bit
Thank
hiding in the corners, but
you.
I do really like what you guys working. I do appreciate having you in on our ecosystem because I think people like you, builders like you, what will grow our ecosystem to even further and further more. So thank you
No,
so much,
I
Joe.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Thank
worries,
you.
Dude,
man.
thank you so much for being here, Joe. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It
no,
was a blast having you.
this was fun. This was a blast. It's certainly a little earlier than I planned on getting up, but it's all good.
I hope you
Cool.
had fun, man. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
People when say that Nico Morning Show, they think of it as like into like super podcasty thing. Again, we try to make it fun,
No,
engaging,
this was great.
and
Yeah.
onboarding. So I hope you have fun. I hope I didn't annoy you a lot. I know my voice
No,
is
no,
loud,
no,
so
no, no.
It's
No,
nice.
no.
Your voice is smooth and
no, no,
silky.
got
Yeah.
no, got used to me already, but other people didn't. So yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate it. We will run some sort of community giveaway and stuff like this. We don't want to bore you with this part. So thank you, Joe, again. We really appreciate your time and
Thanks
good
for
luck
having me,
in the
guys.
election.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, good luck
Take
to
care,
you, sir.
guys. All right.
We'll see you.
Well, that was a great one, man.
That was good.
I freaking love it.
What a
I
great
was so
guest.
hype. I'm really excited. Yeah, what a great guy, man. Joe is really great, guys. Shardog team, Ready Layer One. Shout out to these guys. They have been doing podcasts for a long time. Also, AVB podcast on YouTube is pretty good one. So these guys are OG. These guys have been in this near community for so long. So I do really
Yeah,
hope they all get into the NDC. I do really hope. But guys, we are racing with the time. I know, no, have a lot of commitment.
you're good. You're good.
Quick, 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 quick. Okay, quick screenshot, meme, whatever, guys. Impress me. Tag Joe. Tag at Good Fortune Feline. Give away 100 jump for the best one. Okay, 5 minutes. With this, we are racing time. So you're gonna see a lot of like quick, quick, quick. I'm gonna do the giveaway for the last one when I went solo and Nono rugged me. Okay. So we're gonna
I'm
do a
so sorry.
giveaway for this one. Uh,
Oh
yeah,
man.
no worries, man. No worries. The guys were very supportive, to be honest, because I was like, God damn it, where is this? Where is that? Where is this? So this giveaway
Yeah.
is for the last one. And then after this, we will do the spinning wheel and then the Joe one. You have to tag, listen to me, everyone. You have to tag Ready Layer One. You have to tag Joe. You have to tag Shard Dog. Okay? This three and Good Fortune Feline. You didn't tag them, you're not entering, man. So get whatever art you have. Show some love for Joe. Show some love for Ready Layer One and Shard Dogs. And you need to be following them. Okay?
That's right.
100 jump token for this one. So yeah, you have 5 minutes. But I'm gonna run this Twitter picker giveaway real quick. I already loaded it and did it. Okay, so
Seriously.
begin the draw. 4 winners, 100 jump token each. That's from the last episode. Yes, no, I'm trying to rest time.
Yeah, yeah. You're good. No, you're good. I'm not trying to rush you, dude. I'm bullish on our YouTube. Using like CapCut, just spamming that like those memes, dude. Some of these things are
Mhm.
getting like 2.3 thousand views. Some of these like shorts. Like I don't know if you look at
Man,
the
I
views.
have I have said it long time ago, if you remember, in like the content creator group.
Yeah,
And I did say it to Brando. I think guys, we have to like focus our shorts to YouTube than TikTok because YouTube doesn't give you that much restriction. So a lot of our content goes through.
yeah.
And I just think YouTube have a better reach in Web3 crypto space more
I
than
believe it,
TikTok.
dude. Did you
Yeah,
say we're
yeah,
up to 713 subscribers on
yeah.
YouTube? I'm bullish. I'm bullish on the on Nico Media. Guys, just a reminder if you haven't oh dude, I'm gonna put our Spotify embed in one of these QR codes while you're running this. Guys, want to pull up a QR code for Spotify. If you don't follow us on Spotify, do so. If
Guys, by the way,
I got you.
sorry, no. Massive giveaway for Spotify. Like, woo! Okay?
Oh, yeah,
End
yeah,
of
on
the
Twitter. Yeah, yeah.
season.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
End of
let
the
me pop
season,
that up.
guys. Massive giveaway. So you have to go to us Spotify. You have to follow us. There is I still don't know how to navigate it, but there is a Q&A section for it. You need to answer the Q&A section. If you guys figure it out, let me know in Discord. We will have to talk about this. Are you in like in a certain time frame, no, that you have to work
I'm
on,
excited.
or
I'm
you can
excited to
go?
hang out with you afterwards. I'm excited to talk shop afterwards, Zeus.
Okay. All right. But for the show, are you like in like
Right now,
time frame that have to be finished,
I
or
would
we can
just
go for
no.
another
I
30
was I
minutes,
was
for example?
for the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
I was just
Okay.
gonna work out afterwards. I'm gonna just do Nico stuff this morning
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I will take a bit. Okay, guys. So Spotify, new initiative, new platform. We did put a lot of work on it, so we really appreciate if you can show us some love there. There will be more work to it. Only episode 1 is available in there. We are gonna add episode 2, episode 3, and episode 4 on today 5. So that's a lot of work. So the problem is we have to listen to the whole podcast again and start cutting. So it does take a bit of work. This one took us around 1 day to cut everything. So yeah, Spotify, massive giveaway on it. I'm talking about really good giveaway on it. We will drop the criteria. I don't know how we will do it. No,
And
yet.
and
I
in the
don't know how
meantime,
we will do it.
I put out a tweet that was a 50K NEKO giveaway just for liking and retweeting the fact that we're on Spotify.
Yeah,
So if you
go
guys haven't
get
looked
yourself
at
a
that,
soda with the 50K. Yeah.
yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
So I'll link
Okay.
that tweet as
So
well. All
I'm
you have to do
gonna
is
draw this winner real quick, no, before
yeah,
you
go ahead.
put the other one. So
Yeah,
that's four winner, guys. 100 jump each. Ta-tan, ta-tan. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm not even watching.
Justy.
Let me jump in.
Yeah. Okay. So reply with winners. Guys, open ticket for this one on Nico's server. Oh God, my spelling. My God.
You know what's crazy is spinning wheels used to be what the bull market was in 2021. Like NFT
Yeah.
giveaways. This was the bull market like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Was That's crazy. It's crazy, man. Oh, you already linked Spotify, dude. Oh
Yeah, I
no,
already
that's
I
Shardog.
put it.
Nikko
Uh,
Morning. No, you didn't.
by the
No, I
way,
didn't.
I put a link on my tweet. No. If you wanna get the link real quick
For what? On a tweet for what?
for the Spotify on my tweet, go to my profile and you can see my tweet.
Yes, but I'm
And
specifically
there
trying
is
to pull a QR code.
okay.
The
Oh,
the,
okay,
the
okay.
tweet the tweet
I
is
put
smaller just for the show.
okay. Nico and
Sorry, man.
Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So are we to post meme for giveaway today? Yes, guys. Okay, real quick. I can't go through because our time frame is very tight. But meme tag short dog tag ready layer one tag Joe tag good fortune feline. Okay, that's one of it. One of it. In the
And if you,
meantime, you yeah. Go ahead,
I was
Nono.
gonna say if you can integrate somehow Joe or somehow Shardog into your or even Ready Layer One into the meme, and it's not just about us, that would be fire. If it's about them as well, that would be the best. So don't just make it about
Yeah.
Nico. Like your chances will go up of winning if it also integrates with them and is also funny. So
Okay,
yeah, keep
for
going.
today,
Sorry.
guys, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it as a ticker right now. Okay, so giveaway 100 jump. That's for now. Token.
Let's see.
You have to tag us to see it.
Congrats to the winners.
Token. Meme. Now. So
Hey, Seuss, I'm gonna say this because I know that said individual is not going to watch the entire show to this point because we're doing giveaways
huh?
now. You know what this week is? Or you know what
Yeah.
these next 2 weeks are? These are
What?
the 2 weeks where I pass Wax on Twitter as far as follower count.
Oh, really? Let's
Yep.
fucking go, man. You
Give me
deserve
give
it.
me
You deserve
give
it.
me one more
Your
week. Give me
Twitter
one more week.
is pretty good. You know, I'm really bad at Twitter. I'm lazy at Twitter. You know, I'm like I'm very lazy to do Twitter things. You know.
Hmm. That's right, man. Your Twitter's pretty fire. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought he had 700 flat or 7,000 flat. I didn't know he had 73. That's tough. Never mind. Maybe give me a few more weeks. But I jumped a lot.
Guys, giveaway happening now. Meme, Shard Dog, Ready Layer One, Nico Morning Show, and Joe. Okay, do it now. 5 minutes. I'm gonna start looking at it. That's the giveaway. That's the giveaway now. It's happening now. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
gonna share screen our Twitter and we will start with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so notification and I will look. Have you guys created meme? What is the meme, guys? Oh, we have one meme here. Okay, let's open all the meme. What do you think of this? No. Hello? Oh, no is away. Okay. Okay, this meme is from Katasan. Okay. All right. Did you guys post any meme? Because if no one posts meme, I'm gonna give it to the one who submitted. Nico Morning Show meme. Okay. Okay.
Oh, what are these? Sorry, guys, I had to use the restroom. I had to pee so dang bad. Thanks for the follow,
Yeah,
by the
no
way,
worries.
on Spotify. I had so much coffee and so much water in my system. It was crazy. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay. Guys, meme. So far, I'm seeing only basic one. I need Shard Dog meme. I need Ready Layer 1 meme. You know, I need something new. Come on.
It's a good thing
100
they're
gem
not.
token.
It's a good thing they're not competing against me for memes because.
They're not gonna win, man. No one
Oh
is gonna
man,
win.
no one's gonna win anything, or no one's gonna win today, or win against me. What are you? What are you
Win
crazy?
against you. No
Oh yeah,
one
makes
will win against you. Are crazy. No one is gonna even try to go against you with the meme.
Thanks, man. You're just making me feel good about myself.
No, you're good. Wait a minute for my meme. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. If it's about Shardog, it's about Joe. If it's about Ready Layer 1, it will be great. Don't make it all about us, okay? Let's see. Me watching Nico Morning Show. Nico is near. Okay. I like the cat face. It's nice. Okay, so so far, no, we have this one from Alid.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have this one from Kingsley, Crypto Kingwin. All right. And
Mm-hmm.
then we have this one from, where is it? Where did it go? From
Oh, Race to
Katasad.
Witch Mountain. I love those ones.
Which one?
Wait, can you show me the other two ones? Because this one's too good right now. Let me just see the other ones just in case. But I get to
Yeah.
pick these a lot, so I'll say what I think. But I definitely want to hear what you think
We
too.
have this one.
Oh, nice. Does that mean you burned their house down because they didn't listen? Because that's good, guys. If your friends don't listen to the Nico Morning Show, please destroy their homestead, please. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And this one from Alid. He have the nice Shardog
Me,
logo
sorry,
there.
the volume's right in the way. I'm trying to move the volume little tab. Me, yeah, I mean it's just cute, and I like the logos. I like the logos. That's quite good.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Okay, guys. Any other memer in the chat? Maybe we should get memer Shardog, man. Sus, check me. I check. I will send it. Okay, guys. We need to move faster. Okay, I can see one going in. Shardog holders FUD. What do you think about this? No, no.
I like it. Here's the one thing I would say.
Okay.
Specifically with Shard Dog is not financially
Yeah.
related. It is a
Yeah.
so it's I get what you're saying, Fandix. It's hard to FUD something that does not have a token or isn't like means of financial exchange incentivized. So yes FUD. I would say I would have done maybe like people fudding near, and because Shard Dog onboards people to near, it's doing like an uppercut or
There we go. The memer
something
brain.
like that. Or something that like or something supportive of Shard Dog essentially boosting near. So it's hard to FUD Shard Dog itself because like why in the world would you? And two, there's not a there's not a way to like FUD it. But I get what you're saying. There could be haters. Dang it, dude! I was
Oh,
actually doing that right now. I was doing that's
this
beautiful.
one. This
I was
one.
doing that
Okay.
right now.
This one is good, man. This
Let
one
me
is
let me
good.
share let me share screen super quick. Super
What
quick.
are you doing
This
it?
is this is I mean not that's I mean I was basically doing Thanos, but I was just doing our different socials and now Spotify, and him just like
Oh,
I was
that's
see
pretty
I'm right
close.
there. I'm right there. Isn't that
You
crazy?
guys have the same idea.
Yeah. And if you're
Okay,
thinking like
guys.
this guy,
Yeah, okay.
that's
So if you
awesome.
don't know how to create meme, there is a meme maker. Just type in Google meme
Image
maker
or
and you
image
can
flip.
get the template, or you can use something more advanced, which is what do you call that? What is it? Canva. So these two are great. The design in the background, I think, I don't know. Do you like it? Do you like the design in the background, guys? Or should we rework it? No, no.
So I like the design in the background. It's not super cohesive with our having our footers or our little
Mhm.
blurbs. So like, see the white Nico morning show, the yellow
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
in the way, but I like it, and I love what you have in the corners. And when we don't have the footer running and we don't have the caption up there as well,
yeah,
then it looks beautiful. It's just we normally have those, but as a start, it's great, you know. So like I
yeah.
really like it. I just think those three things competing down there at the bottom can be a little confusing, but I think it looks great. You know,
I
and
think
if we take
it
those
is
things
in
away,
Canva. So do please do some edit on it.
okay, can do.
And yeah, later on we can improve. Okay. But I'm
It looks
excited
great
for
though.
you to see the ending, guys. The ending is fire. I've worked in the
Yeah.
ending yesterday for a couple hours. It's fire. It's good. I love it. Billy said it's a bit out of touch, but you know what was my idea? Like the air coming from the bottom, and then the thing is like moving sides. You know, it's like
Hmm,
floating. That's what I wanted to go for. So
hmm.
I voted. I will vote for Fimi for meme of the week. What do you think, Nono?
Yeah, yeah. I support my co-host. I'm gonna go with whatever you go with on this one. I think they're all really
Okay.
good.
Guys, great meme. Katasan, Kingsley, great meme. But Fimi takes the win for this. So, Fimi, please open a ticket. I already know you. You know me. Open a ticket uh, for the meme of the week. Okay. Winner meme of the week. Not meme of the week. This is like fast meme. Meme of the week is after tomorrow, guys. This is like a fast meme. This is jump token meme. So,
Hmm.
okay. Every time you join the Nico Morning Show, keep Meme Maker on, keep Canvas on, because we're gonna at one point ask you to make a meme about something, and we're gonna do a giveaway straight away on it. So always have it, okay? So we're gonna do a straight giveaway on it. Last giveaway on the live will be the wheel, the favorite of everyone. I am going and giving a lot of a lot of jump token. To be honest, maybe Escobar will tell me, "Yo, chill out." But okay, so anyone name is not in the wheel. Anyone name is not in the wheel. 1 minute.
Let's see.
Your name is not in the wheel. Please let me know. Okay, Enzo name is not there. We'll add Enzo. Who else, guys? Oh man, I think I shout a lot when I am live. My throat hurts by the end of the Nick morning show. I'm not
I'm
kidding.
glad you're
I
passionate, man.
start I start coughing. I did the cut. Okay, I really don't mean to cut anyone, but I think it's like latency issue because like I'm way too far. So like it takes time when like you already start talking, but for me you did not start talking yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. So I just have to guess where you're going and just beat you there.
Fandex,
Oh man.
don't be sorry, man. Great job, great job. You will win it next time. Okay,
Mm.
Franklin, I will add your name. Franklin. Okay. Okay, guys. Check your names, please. Okay, Deborah as well. I will add your name. By the way, guys, congratulations. Today we broke the highest.
Oh, it's QR
Uh,
scan codes. Yeah,
yep. I
yeah,
forget
for
to say
sure.
it
Yeah, he
when
was
Joe
here.
was
No,
here. Yeah.
definitely destroyed it. It was great. It was great, man.
Okay. We have anyone left who's not in there?
I don't think so.
Guys, the intro, by the way, in the Spotify, I made it real quick. I don't know. What do you think of it? No, no. Out of touch?
The intro was amazing. Intro was amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
I
I
mean,
loved it.
the one on Spotify.
Oh, like the different TLDRs, like the 7-minute episodes. What do you mean the intro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is intro on them. Each one of them.
Oh, no,
There is
I've
like
listened to it, but
intro
I haven't
on each
noticed.
of the video, and there is different thumbnails for each of the video. I created their own thumbnail and intros as well for the videos.
Wow, no, I did not know that.
Okay, guys. We're gonna run it. We give 100. We're gonna give 300 jump token here. 6 winners for this one. And then as well the Twitter. The next live we will announce the winner for the Twitter. It is pinned, like, retweet, tag people. You're watching from Twitter. Okay. God time Ivera. God's time. God's time. Yeah, I saw two viewers in our Twitter.
Yeah, there's some people watching.
Yeah, yeah. Who else, guys? I'm gonna give you one more minute because I think Nona as well tired. I'm tired. But we have okay. So guys, this is how it will go. We have couple guests. We are basically booked for the next 3 episodes. For the
Yeah,
last one, we might have one special episode at the end where we like go over everything. There will be a special episode that will go for people who claimed all the shard dogs. They're gonna enter a giveaway. As I promised, I will show you. Yeah. So there will be a special finale episode, we call it. That will be episode 9, I guess. For each show, 8 standards, then the finale one, number 9. We'll see about how this will go. But for
mm,
this one, we will have 6 winners. You have to screenshot this one on live. If you cannot screenshot it here, you have to go back on Twitter and screenshot it. If you did not submit your winning screenshot name, you won't be able to claim your token. So you have to screenshot. I will give you 30 seconds for each draw to screenshot. Okay, so we are ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. First draw.
oh,
Katas, Katastan. Congrats, man. 30 seconds. Please screenshot. Open a ticket on NEKO on Discord server. Discord, jump DeFi. Jump DeFi. Jump DeFi, guys. For the wheels, jump DeFi. For the wheels, jump DeFi. Okay, moving on. Kingsley, congrats, man. Open ticket. 10 seconds screenshot and open ticket on NEKO jump DeFi discourse. Jump DeFi discourse here. Okay? For the wheels, only for the wheels, jump DeFi Discord server, guys. Okay. We keep going. Franklin, congrats. Open ticket on the Jump DeFi Discord server. I forgot to take SS for the last one, which is Crypto Kingwin. Debra, congrats. Screenshot this, please. And open a ticket. Okay. We are speed running this now.
yeah, we are. Yeah, we almost have 100 followers on Twitch. We have 99.
Really?
Yeah, on Twitch, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Step up, man. You're late, bro. But I will add you now. But you are late. I have waited like 20 minutes for you guys.
Ooh, hot
To
take.
yeah. I forgot you, but I have been waiting for you guys to be around. Okay. So again, Congrats for the winner. How many wins we have already? No, no.
Uh, I've honestly been building out a tweet right now for Nico. So
We
let
have three, I think,
me.
three winners.
That's hype. That's hype.
All right.
Sorry, I wasn't really co-hosting very well there.
Yeah, no, no, no worries, man. Maria, congrats. Open a ticket in Discord server, please. And screenshot this. So we have one. We have Kazakhstan, Franklin, Deborah, Kingsley, and Maria. And then the last one will be now, guys. Ready? Three, two, one. Oh, I forgot to remove Maria. Oh, God. Okay, this goes for the closest to it, which is Fandix. Okay, Fandix. Vandex, open a ticket in the Discord server. Congratulations, guys. Winners for today. 6 winners. And then we will do another giveaway on the tweet. So it's a pinned tweet on the NEKO Twitter. Go there, post your screenshot, tag people, tag NDC, tag Marketing DAO, tag whoever the one you want to tag Near, tag everyone in Near. We don't care. Just tag people, you know? So like, retweet, tag, and then the winners for that tweet will be drawn on the next live as well. There will be another 400 giveaway. I'm gonna, maybe we should retweet it. No, no, like what we did the last time and say there is a giveaway.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Give me
I
a
think,
reminder
yeah.
because I'm building
Yeah,
on
yeah,
massive
yeah.
right now. Thanks, sir.
Let's do 300 for 6 winner. 300 for 6 winner for the podcast today.
Sounds good. 300 for 6 winners for podcast today.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Just a quote retweet it, I think, and pin the quote retweet. I think, right? I'm correct?
Quote retweet. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. We will talk about this one later on. Winners, congratulations. If you did not win, don't worry. You can still win from the tweet that you guys interacted with. Please, next time, if you are you always remember, guys, end of the show is the giveaway. So you have to be uh, available, or you have to be online. Okay, how many we are getting now? 50 for each winner now. So always be available when there is a giveaway. If you watch the whole show and then you went away and I forgot you, excuse me for this, but I can't remember everything. You have to be here, and I do give you time, guys, to check. So thank you for watching, guys. No, no, thank you so much for, a very, very understanding host with me and my attitude. I think
It's
I'm
fun.
like, I don't know, man. I have some trait of like, there is something wrong with me. I do get like super hyper sometimes. So, no, no.
I was gonna say.
Thank you so much.
Maybe we have to have Jana back on to see if she can beat 19 QR codes. She might be too
Oh,
big for us now. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We can. I think they will love that. But guys,
We
thank
love
you
that.
today for for the special. Don't quote me on it, man. Come on. Don't do
Okay.
me that. Thank you guys for joining today. Next morning show we'll have Sheldon. It's gonna be a bit tech heavy show, but Sheldon as well wanted to cast his vote live. He said he wanna
Oh,
do
that's so
his
cool.
vote casting live. Yes.
Huh.
So
Dig
we're
it.
gonna have Sheldon. We're gonna talk a little bit about tech. We're gonna talk about a bit of boss. We're gonna talk a bit of things. Maybe I can launch the boss and talk with
Yeah.
him and show us how to do it. But for next week, we're gonna have, yeah, we are basically booked for the last 4 days with guests. So all what I ask you guys, if we have guests, show the support, ask question. Don't be scared to ask question. Interact with
True.
our guests. Show some love for him. Scan the QR codes, follow him, show him some love. Maybe we will do a giveaway for best question. If any of your question was very impressive, sure, man, here is another 100 jump token, and Escobar will tell me, Sus, you are draining the wallet. But thank you again for watching. No, no. Thank you so much. Really
Yes, dude.
appreciate it.
Of course,
Yeah.
man.
Any
Thanks
close
everybody for being
statement
here.
for you?
I'm just very. I mean, I'm looking across all our stuff. I'm very, very grateful for our community, our audience of people that have been tuning in. Super, super grateful for the marketing DAO. We found out on Friday that we got approved. We'll drop a link. we've already retweeted it. We won't drop it. To us getting approved, and we were the first one. I don't know if you saw that, Seuss. We were the first like proposal listed. So I think that means
Yeah.
something that we are number one on there. Anyway, that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I super appreciate it. Here's this in the last 2 seconds of the chat. Go check this out.
Wait, don't
Uh,
end that. We have ending screen. No, no. So we have to play the
Oh yeah,
ending
yeah,
screen
yeah, yeah.
first.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, just super thankful for y'all. So thanks for helping us grow it. Once again, tell a friend to tell a friend. So bring some
Yeah.
people. We love growing more. Follow us on whatever social you prefer. Listen to us on whatever social platform you prefer. It doesn't have to be a specific one. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But guys, yeah, sorry to cut you off. Spotify, I'm thinking of like thousands of jump token giveaway. I don't know. Show us what you guys can do. Yeah,
yeah. I guess we'll
Spotify
see.
giveaway is gonna be huge, guys. This is the newest platform. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's gonna be huge. So don't sleep on it. If I did the giveaway, and I'm gonna do the giveaway on it, and you were not in the bracket there, don't blame me. Okay, that's an alpha. There's gonna be
Ooh,
a huge Spotify giveaway in there. Okay, so don't miss that out. It's gonna be a big jump tokens, and it's gonna go for one winner. Okay, so yeah,
Seuss, I have a question.
yeah,
How does it feel to carry the entire NEKO project on our backs? How does that feel? Is your back hurting? Does your
it
back hurt
does.
right now?
It does. To be honest, uh,
Is that because you're
a
old
bit.
or?
Yeah, yeah, a bit. Also, a bit tiring. To be honest,
Yeah,
because also the community when they want to give you a shit, they basically go to the one in the face, which is me and you.
yeah,
Uh,
that's fair.
but we try to keep carrying on. There is like a lot of things. Maybe in this we could not have our meeting as the last time. That's why we did not release
Mm,
the one we wanted to release. But if things goes well with what we saw yesterday, then you guys are in for treat, especially the holders. So let's see the plans and the meeting how it goes.
yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys. There's
Mm,
gonna be an ending screen. I'm proud of it, to be honest. We will play it and we will end the screen after
yeah.
live after. See you again after tomorrow. Goodbye.